Hey, it's Kevin Lee here from Smart Property Advisor in Sydney. I'll go out on a limb and assume that you're on this page today because you want to accumulate a healthy property portfolio. Maybe to help you become financially secure, or so that you can take the holidays that you see in the weekend press. They're everywhere in the weekend press. Or maybe you can give your kids a better start than you were able to achieve, or that your parents could give you. And that's a natural thing for us to want to do. Or maybe it's because you've realized finally that you need help to fund the lifestyle and the retirement that you're dreaming about. But the problem is there's advisors out there who are giving you sleepless nights. They're telling you the only way to do this is to buy off the plan, or struggle with the monthly financial headache that negative gearing can often become. Maybe sign up for a house and land package in the next hotspot. Let's not even talk about mining towns. Yeah, we know about those. But it's simply not working for most people. So before I became smart, and smart is learned and earned, I have to tell you, you don't get there overnight. And you do make mistakes. And I made a big mistake as well with the house and land package about 9 years ago. Awesome turnkey concept. Awesome turnkey concept. The rent was $550 a week. It all looked great until their economy suffered. But the cowboys kept building and building and building, and they built way too many house and land packages. And the rents fell and fell. So from $550 a week, it's currently $320 a week. Yes, we still own it. You know the old cliche, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. The result on that one mistake, it's a very expensive lesson. I hope you don't actually make the same one. $12,000 rent less per year than we expected to be getting, or were getting in the beginning, and $120,000 capital loss. So I'm here to tell you that there is another way to build a property portfolio. It's against the herd, always has been. And it doesn't rely on guaranteed capital growth as its mainstay of success either. A little bit of background. After being just dollars from bankruptcy when I was age 41, I had to figure out a way to rebuild. Simple as that. I joined a big four bank here in Australia on less than half my previous salary. And I did that so I could learn all I possibly could from the people that know about money. And I worked and saved super hard. And that's where it stops being a cliche. Because, you've read that in the stories in the magazines, you've heard it from people on stage. It's one of the most common things people say. Mine is true, and I can prove it. But I did it so that we could start to purchase our own portfolio of positively geared properties. So picture this. Our retirement position has changed from what the hell will we do on the age pension to self-funded thank you very much and on the beach, which is a really big turnaround in 21 years. Look, in the last 2 years, I've helped my clients purchase over 50 positively geared properties here in Australia using my simple strategy. It's not rocket science. It is uncommon common sense. And it's coupled with specific demographic and property knowledge that I teach in our investors boardroom sessions. So in the boardroom sessions, you'll learn about my suburb filter, which will help you define where to invest, and you'll be able to use this tool almost immediately. You'll also discover my technique so that you know how to compare properties based purely on the maths and the statistics. There's no bullshit in this. And you'll also learn why, when and how we renovate. Not every property needs to be renovated. Some just needs some makeup. And some renovations are worth, and I say that in inverted commas, they're worth way more than others to tenants. Okay, so our strategy is all about finding those locations and properties where your tenants can and will pay off the mortgage for you. See, I don't believe that interest-only loans are of any value to anybody except the banking sector. If you figure it out, you're renting the money, the bank wins. So the house wins when you go and play craps at the casino, and it's the same when you buy properties with an interest-only loan. You're relying on capital growth if you've got an interest-only loan, and that, my friends, might be a very, very risky strategy going forward. So our strategy is using principal and interest repayments and debt reduction. Okay, so we're looking for properties in locations where tenants will and can pay off the mortgage for you. Again, it does not rely on capital growth or negative gearing to succeed. It is about building a healthy portfolio that pays itself off and can provide you with an income in retirement and an unencumbered portfolio for your future, which will help set up your kids if that's what you want to do. So one of my clients, Justin, came to me when he was 22 years of age. He's 31 now. Simple, very quick version of Justin's story. His dad called me. His dad's an accountant here in Sydney. He said, can I help Justin? Because he wanted Justin to follow in my footsteps rather than follow his mates over on the northern beaches, drinking, partying, having a great time. I sat down with Justin, and it took a while for him to actually make eye contact because he didn't want to be there. He's 22, he's on the Sydney northern beaches. There's a lot more to do there than listen to some old guy talk about property. He finally listened, and what he did from there on is just outstanding. So not only did he listen, he stayed in touch with me, and I've been mentoring him pretty much ever since. So as I said, that's 9 years now. Justin, at the age of 22, had no direction, no goals, and pretty much the same future as most people do when they come out of school and university. But let me tell you what Justin did. He took on board what I said, and he started to save his money rather than spend it all. And he worked like a little Trojan to do the first, to get the first deposit together. Things were different back then. There were some government systems or schemes in place that helped him to actually buy his first property. They're not there now for most people. But what he did was start to put a portfolio together. Now, Justin, as I said, at 31 years of age, has now got 10 investment properties plus the home he lives in. So he's now engaged to Anna, and she has her own investment property as well. They have a property together to live in. He has 10 investment properties. So they'll have options that only a few people will ever be able to achieve. Assuming they do nothing else but have their tenants pay off that portfolio of properties, they should have an income of around $250,000 a year. A passive portfolio will provide that. There'll be no debt on that portfolio of properties. And this is on top of whatever else they do in life. So they've got to pay off their own home loan. If they buy a place to live in, which they've already done, like all the rest of us, we have to pay off our home loan. They will have to fund whatever it is for retirement. They'll do all those normal things that we all have to do. But because of what Justin did earlier on in his life, they'll have a passive income of around $250,000. That's not a bad outcome from a very simple strategy that most people can employ. I know what I teach and share can change lives. I've seen the results so many times. Using my strategy, clients have, just like Justin, have started taking control of their financial future. And it's so humbling for me to actually be a part of that. If you want to take control and get started on your journey, then I encourage you to join me at our 2.5-hour Investors Boardroom session. If you click the button below, you'll see all of the upcoming dates. Look forward to meeting you soon at one of those events. And by the way, here's my promise. If you don't agree that the event was worth your time, I'll pay you the cost of your ticket and refund your ticket price as well. So obviously, I'm very confident about what we teach and what we share and how we educate our clients and how we work with our clients and the results they get. So again, the promise is, if you don't agree that the event was worth your time, I'll pay you the cost of your ticket and refund your ticket price as well. Okay? So thanks for sharing this with me, and thanks for being attentive, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye. Oh, you're still here. Oh, sorry. I'm just going through some of the gear that's on my printer, and I see some information that's come from RP Data, who we use extensively. Also some forecasts across Australia by BIS Shrapnel for 2019, so way in advance. We share a lot of this stuff at our boardroom event, simply because as it's topical, when I do the event every fortnight, things change a lot in the finance world and in the investment sector. So there's a lot of information that's shared that's a one-off at those particular events. So yeah, look, there's a photo of Justin and Anna by chance just off the printer. So okay guys, see you next time. Thanks, bye.